One of the things that I briefly read over this blog and watched some of the videos and stuff on it. It's actually really well written. So kudos for that.
Thanks.
The big thing, and it's funny, I've been doing this for 5 years, and we've always been kind of hyping up drones and 3D footage and stuff like that, and VR specifically, just because it seems like it's the new technology. It's the best way that you can really let your brand stand out as an agent. One of the things that never really clicked in my head is to fly the drone inside the actual building and act almost as if it's a first-person perspective walking down a hallway, or just getting an idea of how expansive a specific room is. When did you come up with that idea, and when did you start implementing that?
Well, so there's a couple different events that happened where I really started incorporating the drone indoors. The first one was for a construction company, and they had just built a warehouse. And so there's this giant warehouse. It's like 2 stories tall. It's the size of like 5 football fields. And they wanted video of inside the warehouse. So in that case, it was a big wide open space, and I flew the drone indoors to help tell that story of that space. And then there was, so that was one event that first got me started with flying indoors. And then the other one was a project where I was going to fly in downtown Kansas City, and I showed up on site. I was going to get some exterior outdoor video of a construction company that was pouring some waterproofing material, and so I wanted to get some shots from up above, right, with the drone. And I went to go start the drone, right, fly it up in the air, and it wouldn't fly. Well, I didn't realize I was in restricted airspace for the downtown airport, and and the FAA actually, using GPS, grounded my drone.
The drone. No way.
Wow, I didn't know that was a technology that was available.
They've come a long way in the last 2 years. So
well, how about that?
Yeah. So anyways, I couldn't fly the drone, and I was like, oh crap, how am I going to get these shots, of this crew working? So you take lemons and you make lemonade. So I actually picked up the drone, and it wasn't running or anything, right? It was powered on, the camera was working, and so I just walked around with the drone and got close-up shots of the crew pouring this waterproofing solution and doing their thing. And it was actually some of the best footage that I've ever captured, and it came from me actually walking around with the drone.
That's funny.
Holding it in my hand, and because it's such a high definition camera, and I could slow down the frame rate on there, I could get these really smooth slow motion shots of them like pouring materials out of buckets. Like what's sexier than that, right?
Yeah. and that just comes to, that just brings to mind some of the, because I know probably for some agents that are in here right now that might not have invested in the equipment. It might seem, like kind of a big learning curve to, learn how to fly it and to get those really cinematic outside shots. But if you can just kind of slowly walk through a house and use that same really high quality camera like that, you could do a pretty, good looking virtual tour, quote unquote, just to really enhance your listings a little bit. Is that, kind of something that you think that would be useful for folks?
Yeah, that's spot on. That's spot on. I consider it as a hack. It's a hack in your toolkit, and you don't need to buy a drone, and then you don't need to buy a second, steady camera to walk around inside with. Just use the drone for both, because it has that mechanical gimbal on there. It already is a steady cam, and I know it can be intimidating. It can be scary if you're wanting to adopt video or drone use into your real estate strategy because of the cost, but you can maximize what you're doing with just one simple drone and have a huge impact.